Good afternoon. I've got a bird cherry here. I've already done bits of work on it, but today's time to start doing some initial styling on this tree. I don't know if you were watching the previous video that I did with this tree. It's about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks, but I did the bud selection. So I rubbed off some of the buds and I removed some buds to allow a kind of nice placement of these branches. They're developing so fast and they're thickening up so quickly. I think it's time to get some basic movement into them before it's too late. First thing first, there's loads of these little branches that are really close into the trunk. Well, the leaves really, just leaves on stalks. And I need to remove these so that at least I can see what I'm doing when it comes to applying wire. So these can just be cut off with a pair of scissors, just to kind of clear things up, and then also you'll be able to see a bit better what I'm doing. Yeah, I think that works quite well. Now time to just get some basic movement into these. So I'll apply wire to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 branches, and then I'll come back to you once that's done. The observant amongst you may have noticed this branch came off during wiring, so it's not ideal. They're very, very brittle at this stage, the branches, and it just cracked. Fortunately, there's a few leaves on that still, and I think that'll be fine. I'll just give you a closer look. You can see here the branch, and it just snapped off there. So there's 3 big leaves, and that'll be fine. As for the rest of these branches, I've only wired a short section because I only want movement at the beginning of the branch. The end of the branch will be pruned off down the line. So it's just at this base. Now, bearing in mind what happened to this one, I'm going to be careful with them and just trying to add a bit of movement like that. That's really nice. That I'm really happy with how that went. Same with this one. I think I'll bring that towards the camera and then I'll just twist that wire around a bit to support the end. Yeah, so I'm really just adding a bit of interest into these otherwise straight, fairly boring branches. Now this one here, I see this is coming back in that direction. So let's kind of take it back. And then up, like that. Yeah, I like that. Now this lower one, I'm going to bring this towards me, away from the trunk. And what to do with this one? This also wants to come towards me, so all I'll do with this is just bring it round and up. Hopefully you get an idea from this view sort of what I'm trying to achieve, which is really just to sort of add some movement into these so they don't just go as dead straight, boring branches. And then eventually they will all be chopped off like this one anyway, to allow for taper, but I'll have to see what develops. Judging by how quickly these branches have grown and thickened this year, I don't think the wire will be on all that long. I'm probably thinking that'll come off in maybe 4 to 5 weeks. and then I might prune it back. But I just wanted to show you what I'm up to with this bird cherry, because it's a bit of an unusual one for bonsai. It's got huge leaves, which is probably why you don't see it much, but I love the trunk, and perhaps it's one for nice winter, you know, for a winter display. So as always, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon.